I had to do something new. Kind of like Joe Burrow said, I got bored, so we got a new hairdo. I know it was kind of talked about the inside backers all doing a new hairdo, so, we got Hunter Barth doing it, Teddy's doing it, and then we plan to get the rest of the linebackers on Saturday. So hopefully we'll have a whole room of bleached heads, and it'll be pretty sweet.
That's good.
Whose idea was it?
It was kind of like a group idea. It kind of came from last year. Last year we had everyone, and it was kind of Jackson Sermon. He was like, yeah, we should bleach our hair, and everyone was kind of like, oh yeah, and then it never really happened. So then now this year we're like, let's actually do it. And so we're doing it. It's just cool. It's just for fun, fall camp. We're here at the facility most of the time, and so it's cool to just be a team, have fun, because that's what it's all about, just having fun and being able to get closer to the linebacker group and just enjoy it.
Such a huge difference for you this year. Last year you're coming in wondering, am I going to play at all? And this year you're coming back as a freshman defensive player of the year. I mean, what's your mentality stepping into your sophomore season?
It's been a lot, but I've enjoyed it. At this time last year, I remember during practice I was getting maybe 1-2 reps. That was it, and that's kind of where I was at. And now, as time went on, as the season went on, everything kind of fell in place for me. And now, being able to come back as a leader and being able to lead this defense and everything, it's been a blessing. And so we're all excited. We're excited to go show everyone what we can do, show the ACC what we can do, and come out here and just have fun and make some plays and just ball out.
What's the next step for you in your development?
For me, I could say a lot of things, but I would probably say it comes down to be on the mental side of the ball, being a student of the game, you could say. I want to be as smart as I can on the field, being able to recognize formations, personnel groups and everything, and what the offense is trying to do. Because once you realize what the offense is trying to do, it's easy to figure out how I'm going to stop it, right? Because that's what defense is all about. And so going forward, just being a student of the game, and then just always just getting bigger, stronger, faster, and just being a leader on the field, encouraging the guys on the field to make plays and just to have fun.
How would you rate where you were on the mental side of the game, a year ago?
If you were to talk to me like a year ago today, I was maybe at knowledge of the defense 1 to 10. I was probably maybe a 2, 3. I'm still confused. But now as time went on, I feel a lot more confident, a lot more. Everything's slowing down, clicking, and everything just makes sense. Back a year ago, I was just worried about what I was doing. But now, moving forward, looking at the bigger picture, I'm worried about what's the safety doing, what's the corner doing, what's my D-line doing, so everything can mesh and work together as we can come together as a whole defense and and just make a play.
How much did Jackson help you with that part of the game?
Man, he helped me a ton. From his injury, went from a player to being essentially another coach for me. And so, he helped me a ton one-on-one, helping me because he was on the field, he was playing, and just not too long ago, so he was literally telling me everything that he was experiencing just sooner in the season and helping me do it. And so he helped me a ton, being able to recognize plays, do all of that, and so props to him, and I'm thankful for him. For sure.
A couple of big losses with Jackson and Caleb, but you've got Teddy coming in. Can you talk about what he adds to the middle linebacker room?
Yeah, man, Teddy, he's a dog. He's a very, you look at him and you're like, man, this dude looks legit. He's big, strong, fast, physical dude, and so I'm excited to play it with him. He's a funny dude. He brings a lot to the room. We're lucky to have him, and he's a guy that you want to be around for sure. And so being able to play with him, me and him already have a tight friendship, and so being able to play with someone that you care about and that means a lot to you is awesome. So we're excited, and me and Teddy are ready to go ball out and do our thing for sure.
You're doing the reading challenge with him too, right?
Yeah, we've been doing that and everything, so it's been great.
How vital was it for him to come out and observe, because he was out here a lot during the spring?
For sure, it was cool. He was out here kind of filling in on everything, kind of learning and whatnot, kind of watching us, and so him being here definitely kind of gave him a head start for sure. And so he was able to get a jump on the defense and learning everyone and all that. And so I remember just seeing him in the spring, knowing that he's coming in, and so I was excited to meet him and be able to play with him. So it's cool.
Dare I ask one fashion question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you and Fernando get together with your hair?
Come here.
Get the photo.
We're starting
my inspiration.
We're starting a movement. I mean, who knows? Maybe soon we'll have the whole team. But this is the
hang on a
bleach.
second.
Yeah, it's something fun for fall camp. Cade and I, a couple of the guys, are like, screw it, let's do it. Show we're not gonna see anybody anyways.
True.
Except our best friends, you guys, for the next 30 days, and our teammates. So it was kind of a last-minute decision.
What kind of feedback you getting from home on this?
I got a lot. I got like Ron Weasley today, which I didn't like.
Man, yeah,
I kinda, his went well because his is like blonde, mine's like orange.
Yeah, shout out to my
So
aunt.
I'm a ginger now.
My aunt got me right, but yeah, it was.
Your aunt did it.
Yes, my aunt did it. Yeah, she got me right. She
In Utah or out here?
Yeah, I went back home before for a little break, and we were all like, yeah, let's just bleach my hair. She's like, okay.
And who
So we
did
went for
yours?
it.
Yeah, so there's Nate Escalada, number 38. I guess now he's sophomore, but he actually cuts a ton of players' hairs, just like generally, like everybody, like he has a huge list in the locker room of like 20 guys a week that he just cuts hair, and all the guys are bleaching their hair, and so me and a couple of guys were like, hey, can you bleach our hair? And he's like, sure, why not? We just bought the bottle at Walgreens and ended up turning out like this, so there we go.
You
Fall
have-
camp.
was it?
Last night. So I came to the team meeting room today, and Coach Wilcox or Coach Blesh actually walks by me, and he's like, I didn't even know it was you. He thought it was somebody else, like some new freshman or something. So same Coach Wilcox. I said hi to Coach Wilcox. He didn't recognize me for a second. He's like, oh, Fernando. So that's funny.
Classic.
Good times.
Good times.